This is number 238 of 365. And it's called, Who Are You? No, really. Who? And I start in 5. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is doing good for you. It's me, it's Paul Carpenter, and this is number 238 of 365, and it's called, Who Are You? No, really. No, really, who? And it goes something like this. Have you ever gotten to that place where you're like, not like, what do I do? Who am I? But who am I? Who am I? But more like, what really makes me is a better, maybe a better thing. Maybe like what makes me? Because if I lost my arm, I'd still be me, and if I lost my heart, I could get it replaced. So there's parts, right? So how many parts of me can I get replaced before I'm no longer me? So like, and how many, okay, so let's just say it's just the central nervous system, right? So that's just me. It's my eyeballs, my brain, and a bunch of little tentacles. That's it. That's all that's maybe me. But I wouldn't say my nervous system is me either, right? My part of me that is the thinking sac thing. I don't know that that's me either. So what makes me me? And that's when it gets really weird. Because then we're like talking about some weird shit. I don't know what makes me me. But I know it's nothing around here. I know it's like I have my own thing, right? Just like you have your own thing. So it's like, so what makes me me? Am I any different than like a flower? Or like a cow or a dog? What makes me different is that I can think? That's the ticket? Something else makes me me. It's not just my thoughts of me having thoughts. So it's like, what makes you you? That's my question for today. What is your thing? What is it that makes you you? And if you could, put it in the comments below, because I want to know. I don't know what makes me me other than I'm just a wandering soul, kind of searching for meaning and everything, you know? I'm just painting and singing and doing some magic along the way. I don't know what I'm doing. So that was today's message, you know? So if you wouldn't mind, please go out into the world and do something nice for somebody else today. And if you can't, do something nice for yourself. Number 2, don't get caught up in other crazy. And number 3, please like, share, subscribe. Send this out to somebody who'd like to see it. That's about the end of it. But I'd like to say thank you for coming to the end of this. You know? Oh, wait, somebody jumped in. Trenton says, consciousness, soul, not the body at all. Yeah. I was trying not to go with, like, you know, words like soul or I don't know. Because then when you say soul, you're talking about a god, and then when you talk about a god, it's like, which god are we talking about? You know, and then like it's so weird. It gets so very heavy. So I don't know. I'm just saying. I think that there's something that we have, each one of us, that we share. Each one of us, that's like cool and different and weird. And I think that is the thing that makes us us. I think that when you can really connect to that really weird or that really wacky or that really whatever, or maybe it's very philosophical or maybe it's very mathematical or I don't know, whatever is your thing. And when you can really delve into this is what the whole point of this. Today's a good one. The whole point of this is that we look up to people who do things that are like, whoa, Elon Musk. I'm like a whoa with his life. I mean, the guy has like 4 major corporations. He's like making billions of dollars. He's doing change around the world. And I'm like, bro, I want to do that. And then I start thinking, like, what would it be like to be a billionaire with 4 major corporations and all these people working for you and all the stress that you would have. And do you really want that life? I don't know. I don't know. Anything that you say changes the fluctuation of a coin. I mean, come on. I mean, it's like, would you want that much power? I don't know. Obviously, someone does because he's living it, right? So there's that answer. It says, so he says, Trenton comes back in and says, do we need to divide science and religion? Are they not under one universal constant? Ooh, Trenton. Very beautiful. We'll read Mark here in a second. We'll come to you in a second, Mark. I promise I love you because I love all your stuff that you come in with. And I'll talk to you about some of this stuff in a second. So do we divide science and religion, or are they not under the universal constant? They are both under the universal constant. I don't believe that both are constant, i.e. the religion would be shorter than the constant of the idea of consciousness, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe religion started with consciousness. Who knows? But my point being is that I think that we look up to people who are able to break out or challenge themselves, and then we look at them and they're like, oh my God, it's so impossible to do that thing, or it's so hard to be that person. John's like, yeah, I finally got on a live one. I love you, John. You know, where we look up to these people and we're like, yo, how do they do it? And then we think it's hard, but it's really not hard. And I've been trying to talk about this over the last like couple weeks and months or whatever. It's like there's like different things that you have to take care of in your life. And if you don't have all of these things working together, something falls apart in your life, and then you get depressed, or you're broken down, or your body doesn't work, or your mind doesn't work, or your whatever, something's broken down. So if you break it down into like simple fucking simples, it's like food, water, shelter, fuck my life. And if you can get those things taken care of, which is just get a job, which fucking sucks my dick, but you just get a job, or find some way to make yourself money. Anything. There's a million ways to make money. You just gotta go out and do it. It's like nobody really wants to. Like my friend Patrick Gamble, dope ass motherfucker. One day says, I'm going to start a construction business because I'm tired of working for other people. I was like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to get a pressure washer. I've got a truck. Oh, he's got like 6 people working for him in less than 3 months. And he's fucking making like stupid money now. And he's trying his best to do the best he can. And I mean, you know, I helped him build the logo, and I helped him build his Facebook thing. It's called Gamble Construction, if you want to look it up. Anyways, so my point is that you can do it. The answer to the answer of Trenton, no, you don't have to separate, but at the same time, it's hard for people to understand the esoteric ideas of life. Mark Citrianic, I can never say his right. Vidanovic, that's right, the C is silent. Will COVID vaccine be mandatory soon to travel or work? I think it almost is. It kind of is. It's not really, but they're kind of making it. I don't think there is a good do it. Is there a COVID vaccine that's safe? I personally don't think so. So what I've heard, and this is what I've heard, I am not a doctor, I don't know shit, but I've heard that what this thing does is it actually creates folds in our DNA. And those folds are holding memories of the disease that can come in. I don't know if it's necessarily our DNA that it's truly manipulating, or if it's manipulating the outside proteins that are then, and then if that's the case, then look, I'm manipulating my DNA. Okay, so like, you know, and so You see what I mean? It gets very tricky. It gets very tricky. Will COVID vaccine? Christopher Height finally got in on a live one. And John says, I love you. Leslie Jackson, love you, bro. I love you too, Leslie. Maslow was right. Wow. Well, I mean, on some level, look, man, you have to have the and this is coming from me, I'm the guy who lived on the streets for fucking the last 15 years, hardcore. So, now having a job every day, working 5 days a week and being, having to take care of 38 people who are underneath me and trying to build that to 100 right now. And I'm building it slowly. It's only been, 6 weeks that I've been building that team. So that I have that underneath me, and that I'm doing these team meetings, and I'm this guy in the front of everybody, and I'm also doing all the social media for the company, and I'm also creating all these other things. And I created the deal that I gave to my ambassadors, and it was going so well that other people are starting to sell it in the company, and they like the idea, and we're building it into whatever. The point is that it's cool. But it reminds me of this one thing that says, maybe nobody will believe in you, or sometimes people don't believe in themselves until you believe in them. And so on some level, there was this guy who came in last week or whatever, and he was talking shit about my videos and shit, and I was like, why do you gotta be a dick? And I think he deleted himself. I don't know if he did or he didn't, but I at the end of it, I was just like, I made a whole video about how he's just a dick. And then my girlfriend was like, why do you have to let people affect you? Right? Use the 4 agreements. Don't let anybody else's words or actions affect you. That's like super huge in the 4 agreements. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But at the same time, there's idea of like boundaries and offense. And even though I'm on the internet, and even though, yes, it's a free video, and even though, yes, anybody can watch this, and even though, yes, I repost these on YouTube, I think, I may be wrong here, but I think that there's a level of decorum that should be had. And granted, if you're like a 5-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid, 14-year-old kid, 19-year-old kid, 20-year-old kid, 22, 25-year-old kid, bro, you're going to probably talk some shit, say some stupid shit, be an asshole. Even if you're, at some point though, at some point, you would hope to think that you have enough decorum, again, to just allow someone else to be. And if you don't like them, fuck off. It's that simple. You don't have to butt in. You don't have to waste your energy and tell them how much you don't like them. You don't have to go out of your way and do all this shit. And, and so I'm speaking to myself when I say that right now. Like, I didn't have to go off and say all these negative things in the direction of him. I didn't have to use my word in the direction of negativity the way I did in that video, because I'm not, it's just like, dude, you're constantly, peace, love, Paul, peace, love. Like, why you gotta be a dick? Oh, fucking woman. But she's totally fucking right. She's absolutely fucking right. There is no need to be angry. There is a need to understand to protect yourself. There is a need to understand to go make a fire and kill an animal. There's a need to know these things. Doesn't mean you have to go fucking do it every day. But there's a need to know it. And there's a need to understand that connection to your meal. I've done it once. Super intense, real moment. Nobody does that anymore. How many people go out and kill a cow? Go eat their burgers? Not many people. How many people cutting that thing down the all out? How many people doing that? Not many people. How many people doing that? How many people skinning the animal? Not many people doing that, bro. How many people doing that? So when people get angry that there's like people out there doing that, it's like, dude, that's like a natural human thing. We're all doing that. But I'm a PETA person and I'm vegetarian and you can't kill animals. And dude, I think the reason we have freedom of speech is so that everybody can put themselves out there. And that way, when there's the asshole in the room where everybody's partying, that movie and that scene in the movie where the music's do, and everybody's having a good time, and then there's that one guy and he's like, yeah, but you're a fucking asshole, and the music's like, arr! everybody just stops and looks at him. That's freedom of speech. That's the best way to express freedom of speech. Because as soon as, yeah, exactly, like an Animal House, right? But as soon as that moment happens, everybody looks and goes, that's the dick in the room, and we don't want to be that guy. And you immediately alienate that person. It's not like it's not like we're bad people because we don't agree with what they're thinking. No, they are assholes and they've made themselves assholes. It's that fucking simple. Fuck my life. And they've done it because the rest of us who feel comfortable at the party are not comfortable anymore. It's that simple. It's like I heard this other analogy, which is really good. You have a roommate and he likes to put his underwear in the living room, like draped on the light fixture because it dries out his stench in his ass. I don't know, something like that. And you're like, listen, we're having a party and your ass juice smell is not cool for everybody. Could you please take your underwear and place them in your room? You know what I mean? So it's that kind of thing. I think I went with the statues and why statues should be taken down and stuff. And I kind of, on some level, if we're talking about, some old racist beliefs and ideas and thoughts, why do I need to stand by those racist beliefs and thoughts if I don't believe in them? I don't want to have my taxes paying for no racist ideas and beliefs. I don't know, dude. Maybe we can make a museum for all the places that are, a museum for all the racist people. Just make a little racist, a monument to racism, a Noah's Ark, a 2x2 of the racists of the world, and we just like have little dioramas like, this was the racist of this time, and here are the racists over here, and here are the statues they used to place in Times Square and in different places around the United States to make black people feel bad about themselves and make them think that white people were better. And talk about some weird science where it wasn't even real about how they were stupid. None of that stuff happened. I love this country. I love this country because of that right there. Once again, freedom of speech is there for a reason. It's there so the stupid people can show themselves for who they really are. And with that, my friends, you've reached the end of the video. It's a weird long one today. Please, if you wouldn't mind, at the count of 3, we take a deep breath together. Okay. Breathe in the good. Push out all the bad. Don't let the eyes watch you for too long. All that good stuff. Have a beautiful day. Be smiley and good. Bring good energy to the world, because when you do, everybody else starts to feel good around you. It's just a weird thing. It's because your heart beats differently when you think differently. It's a true thing. You can actually look that up. It's weird. And with that, my friends, I love you and I thank you and I wish you all a beautiful day, and I will see you all on the other side.